hard to kind of like find somebody who's a good mentor you can look up to and like be like, how should I live my life as a young man? You know, that's like really important. You know?
Well, thanks for inviting me here, and I'm glad you said that, and it means a lot to me. I mean, we're going to go back and forward for different times, but one thing, why I'm pleased to hear that was, you know, the event what happened that most people know about in 2019, that put me in a place where I wasn't heading for. And what I mean by that is into the public domain, because make no like mistake, if that hadn't have happened, people would not know who I am. I wouldn't have came out and said, I wouldn't have tried to make a career of being ex-SAS and I did this and I'm a badass and I did that. I would not have done that. I would have retired whenever I retired, and I would have went down the normal path of contracting or doing things like that. And I've always been quite quiet about what I've done while I was serving in things. But this event in 2009 pushed me into a place where I wasn't purposely heading for.
Yeah.
And when I realized that, and then and I thought I better get an Instagram account to see how Instagram works. And I was looking, and I went, what do I say? I've never had any social media before. This is in 2020, and I'm thinking, what's a good model? The things I was always fascinated about when I was young was nuclear weapons, submarines.
Nuclear weapons?
Yeah, nuclear weapons, submarines, weapons in general, and warfare and military units. Absolutely, obsessed about it. So my start point was, if I was talking to my 15-year-old self, what would I want to hear? So I'm trying to be the person that my 15-year-old self needed. So not only in nerdy stuff about guns and violence, it's also about like moving forward, how to be a better version of me. So hopefully it comes across as that, and that's basically who I'm messaging, my 15-year-old self.
Yeah.
So you saying the effect that I'm having, that means I'm doing a reasonable job of it.
I think so. That's one of the tough things I found about all this stuff, you know, is that there's a plethora of people out there that are putting on this persona or representing themselves in a certain way. And a lot of young people who spend a lot of time on the social media apps, and they're looking on their phones a lot of times, doom scrolling stuff. A lot of people come up, maybe they don't have their father in their life. Maybe they don't have their mother in their life. Maybe they grew up in their grandparents' household and they didn't have any mentorship or like any good examples of leadership in their life.